My beloved child, before you continue with your day, stay here for a moment. I know there are things in your heart you have not said out loud, thoughts you keep hidden, questions you ask only in silence. And today, I want to speak directly into that place. Because what feels uncertain to you is not uncertain to me. You may think you are watching another video, but I want you to listen as if this moment was prepared for you. Because maybe it was. You have been carrying more than people realize. You learned how to keep smiling, how to answer, "I'm okay," how to keep moving, even when your spirit felt tired. But I have seen the moments behind closed doors, the moments where you questioned yourself, the moments you wondered, will things ever change? Will I always feel like this? Hear me. This season is not your identity. This chapter is not your conclusion. What feels unfinished is still being written. I know you wanted answers sooner. I know you expected things to happen differently. You thought certain doors would stay open. You thought certain people would remain. You thought certain prayers would already be answered. But my child, delay is not disappearance. Waiting is not rejection. Sometimes what feels like loss is protection. Sometimes what feels like silence is preparation. You only see today. I see what comes next, and there is something I need you to hear. Stop measuring your life by other people's timing. Stop believing you are behind. Stop telling yourself it is too late. You are not late. You are growing. You are becoming. You are learning things now that will support the life ahead of you. Do not mistake hidden seasons for empty seasons. Roots grow where nobody applauds, and deep roots create strong futures. So breathe. You do not need to force the next chapter. I know where you are, and I know where I am leading you. Stay with me. Your story is not over. My beloved child, there is something I want to show you. You have spent so much time trying to survive that you forgot what it feels like to hope. You became careful with expectations, careful with dreams, careful with trusting again, because disappointment taught you to protect your heart. I understand, but hear me carefully. Protection is not the same as peace. You were not created merely to avoid pain. You were created to live, and there are parts of your heart that I want to awaken again. I know there were moments when life felt unfair, moments when you looked around and wondered, why does everyone else seem ahead? Why do doors open for them? Why does progress feel easier for others? My child, do not compare journeys. You are seeing their highlight while living inside your own process. You do not know what I protected you from. You do not know what would have happened if everything had arrived earlier. Trust me, timing is not punishment. Timing is wisdom. There are blessings that become burdens when received too early, and there are answers that only make sense after growth. I also want to speak to the fear inside you, the fear that whispers, what if nothing changes? What if I fail again? What if I hope and get disappointed? Listen carefully. Fear promises safety, but often steals possibility. Fear tells you to stay small. Fear tells you to avoid risk. Fear tells you that your best days already passed. But I do not speak that language. I speak life. I speak renewal. I speak beginnings. Your future is not running away from you. It is being prepared. You keep thinking you need to become stronger first. You think, when I stop struggling, then I will believe again. When life becomes easier, then I will trust again. But trust does not begin after certainty. Trust begins before it. Do not wait until you feel fearless. Walk anyway. Do not wait until every answer appears. Move anyway. You are not walking alone. I am not asking you to carry tomorrow. I am asking you to trust me with today. And my child, stop being so hard on yourself. You talk to yourself in ways you would never speak to someone you love. You call yourself weak. You call yourself not enough. But that is not how I see you. I see someone still standing, someone who kept showing up, someone who survived days they thought they could not survive. You are stronger than you know. You are more loved than you realize. And this chapter is not where your story ends. Stay with me. There is more ahead than what you lost behind. My beloved child, there is something you need to understand today. Not every battle in your life was meant to destroy you. Some battles revealed strength you did not know existed. Some seasons uncovered parts of your heart that comfort never could. I know there were days when you felt exhausted, days when you wanted to stop trying, days when you smiled for others, but quietly wondered, how much longer? I heard those questions, and I stayed. You thought healing would happen quickly. You thought clarity would arrive overnight. You thought one answer would suddenly fix everything. But healing is not always loud. Sometimes healing sounds like getting out of bed, trying again, laughing for the first time in weeks, choosing hope when fear feels easier. Do not ignore small victories. Do not call your progress insignificant. Growth often arrives quietly, and quiet growth still changes everything. There are things you blame yourself for, moments you replay, words you wish you never said, choices you wish you could undo. My child, you cannot rewrite yesterday, but you do not have to stay there either. Your mistakes do not get the final word. Your regrets do not decide your future. You are learning, you are changing, and I am not holding your past over your head. Stop punishing yourself for being human. Grace was never meant to be earned. There is also something I want you to release. Release the pressure to have everything figured out. Release the expectation that life must look perfect. Release the idea that struggle means failure. You are not failing. You are becoming. And becoming is often uncomfortable. A seed breaks before it grows. A path appears only after the first step. Do not fear transformation. You asked for growth, but growth changes things. You asked for purpose, but purpose stretches you. You asked for peace, but peace often begins by letting go. So hear me now. Do not quit because the middle feels messy. Do not assume silence means abandonment. Do not mistake tiredness for defeat. You are closer than you think. You are stronger than you feel. You are being prepared in ways you cannot yet see. One day you will look back at this season and realize this was not the season that broke you. This was the season that built you. Stay with me. The best chapters are still ahead. My beloved child, stay with me a little longer, because there is something I need you to understand. You have spent so much energy trying to become enough, trying to become noticed, trying to become worthy, trying to earn a peace that cannot be earned. But hear me. You do not have to perform for my love. You do not have to achieve more before I stay. You do not have to become stronger before I come near. I am already here, even now, right where you are. I know the places inside you that still ache, the places you do not show anyone, the fears you hide behind a smile, the dreams you stopped talking about because disappointment felt safer than hope. I know, and I have not turned away. My child, there are things you believed were endings that were actually beginnings. There are closed doors you mourned that protected you. There are delays you resisted that prepared you. And there are prayers you thought I ignored that I am still answering. Not everything arrives in the way you imagined, but that does not mean I stopped moving. I am not absent in silence. I am present in ways you cannot always measure. You ask, why did this happen? Why am I still waiting? Why does everyone else seem ahead? But I want to ask you something gently. What if your life was never meant to look like theirs? What if comparison has distracted you from your own becoming? You are not late. You are not forgotten. You are not falling behind. Your journey has timing. Your story has rhythm. And your pace has purpose. Stop measuring your worth by someone else's chapter. I am writing something different with your life. Something deeper. Something lasting. Something real. My beloved, there are blessings coming into your life that will not arrive through striving. They will arrive through trust, through stillness, through becoming the person who can receive what is already moving toward you. Do not mistake quiet seasons for empty seasons. Roots grow in silence. Strength grows unseen. Faith grows in waiting. And one day, you will look back and realize nothing was wasted. Not the tears, not the loneliness, not the unanswered questions, not even the nights you thought nobody noticed. I was there, every single time. I counted every tear. I held every moment. And I carried things you never knew I carried. You are stronger than you think. Not because life was easy, but because you kept going. And I am proud of that. My child, the future does not need your fear. It needs your presence. Do not spend today grieving tomorrow. Do not miss this moment, trying to control the next one. You do not have to understand everything. You only need enough light for the next step. I will give it. And then the next. And then the next. You were never meant to carry the whole map. Only trust the one walking beside you. There are people who will enter your life. People who will see you differently. Opportunities that will surprise you. Moments of joy you cannot imagine yet. Do not close your heart because of what hurt you. Do not become unreachable because others failed to stay. You were made to live, not merely survive. And before this message ends, I want you to remember one thing. You are not invisible. You are not an accident. You are not forgotten in heaven. Your name was spoken, not because of perfection, not because of performance, but because love remembers, and love remembers you. So tonight, rest, release what you cannot control, take one breath, and let your heart hear this. I am with you. I have been, I will be, and your story is not over. The next chapter carries hope. Keep walking, keep trusting, keep showing up. You are deeply known, deeply loved, and never alone. Amen.